Good afternoon, you beautiful souls. I'm going on for just a short moment because I need to share something that just happened. It was very touching to me, and um, I wanted to share it because at a time like now, these special moments mean so much, and you would be surprised at how you touch people's lives in ways you could ever imagine until it happens. And I just had one of those moments, and I am trying to hold it together. Um, I was out doing some running around this afternoon, and I decided to stop over at one of my favorite taco shops. And there was this young lady, this beautiful soul. I'm just going to call her what she is, and working in the taco shop. Um, I remembered her face when I first relocated to this city. My first job here, I was the in school suspension teacher for a brand new elementary school over in my subdivision. And there was this young girl, and she must have been, I don't know, maybe second grade, third grade at the most. I just remember this peculiar look that she had, and then her spirit was very unique, very different. Beautiful spirit. And I took a notice of this young girl um, throughout the school year. I worked there a few years, and I always noticed her. um, for a while, for a long time, I didn't know her name, but I just noticed her. And I never forgot her. I never forgot what she looked like. I never forgot her spirit. And she was a very young, it was an elementary school, because, so of course, she was very young. Well, about 3 years ago, I was eating in this little restaurant, this taco, same name taco shop in another area and of the city, and I noticed her. And I remember um, stopping her. She was waitressing and helping someone else. And she walked by my table, and I remember saying, "Excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute?" And she came over, and I said, "Did you used to attend um, our elementary school when you were a little girl?" And she said, "As a matter of fact, I did." And this was about 3 years ago. And I said, "Well, I was the in school suspension teacher." I said, "And I don't know if you remember me." And she told me vaguely, she said, "I think I do, because you were I remember you were very strict." And maybe not strict, but you did your job well. And I said, "Well, I would hope that I did." And she said, "But I do remember you." And so I said hello to her, and um, told her, how beautiful she was. And I was glad that she was, we talked about what she was doing in her life and all. So, anyway, make a long story short, I just left out of the same, not the exact same taco shop, but there's the same name, but in a different one in a different area. And this same young lady was working there. And I said, "Okay, I remember her. She is the young lady that that went to elementary school when she was a little girl." So I know that's her, and I kept looking, and I said, "Excuse me," again. And she said, "Yes," and I said, "Can I ask you something?" And I said, um, "Did you used to go to elementary school when you were a little girl?" I asked her the same question I asked her 3 years ago. And she said, "I did." And I said, "And I think I remember seeing you working at another little taco shop, same name, about 3 years ago. It may have been three and a half, four, even four." And she said, "Yeah." And she described where the other shop was that she was working. And I said, she said, well, yeah. She said, I just got back here about a year ago. She said, I used to, I spent a year over in Korea um, going to school. And I said, wow, Korea. She said, yeah. And I said, how was that? And we kind of chatted for a little bit. And so I told her, I said, well, I just want you to know that I noticed you. And I said, and there's something very beautiful about you. And I and she said, oh my God, thank you. She said, I remember you. And I remember you were the ISS teacher. I said, yeah, I was. And I said, and I've noticed you on 2 occasions. So I said, your spirit is just amazing. I said, continue to be beautiful. And she said, oh, thank you. She said, I just do my very best. And I said, well, it's noticeable. And so anyway, she said, thank you again. And she walked off. So the waitress that was actually waiting on me when she came to give me my bill, and she said, Jennifer wanted me to let her know when you got ready to leave because she has something she want to say to you. And I said, oh, okay. And so she said, she'll be right back. And so she went back in the restaurant, and we was, I was sitting out on the patio. And she came out and she handed me a piece of paper. And she said, I just want to thank you, um, for recognizing me. I said, oh, okay. I said, it's something about you. I said, and it's something amazing. I said, I can't describe it. I said, and so I said, but it's something about you that's amazing. And I said, your spirit, you have an aura about you, but I see it. I see it. It shines. And I said, so continue to do what you're doing, and do well, do great, and continue to be beautiful. It's noticeable. And she just stood there and she just started crying. And I looked, and she finally, she just said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said, oh, you don't have to be sorry. I said, it's just true. And she just boo crying. And I think she was a little embarrassed. So she said, thank you, covered up her face, and she ran off. But she gave me this little piece of paper, and I had no idea what it was. But I just came outside and got in my car, and I opened up the paper, because I mean, she was really crying really hard. I felt so bad, and I said, well, I hope I didn't say anything that. But anyway, so I opened the piece of paper, and it says, just wanted to thank you for your kind words today. She said, as someone who has always felt unnoticed, it was very, let's see what it says. You know what? I try to go without using these sometimes, but I can't. Okay, she said, just wanted to thank you for your kind words today. As someone who has always felt unnoticed, it was very nice to hear what you had to say. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And she put a heart. And I just opened that note, and I read that. And of course, me being a tender heart myself, it brought me to tears. And it's just a testimony to you to say you just never know what you can say or do to bless someone. Or we go about our day on a daily basis, and we do what we do, and you just never know what someone is going through, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. I never know what they've been made to feel growing up or any of that. And I was just being honest and kind, which is really my nature. And this is the response I got. This little note. So guys, I just want to say Open your heart chakra. Learn to love and be kind. You never know who and what you're entertaining and what you may cause to manifest just by being that person that day. So thank you for listening. I just had to share that. Who knows, it could bless someone. And that's what we're here for, and that's what we're trying to do in this day and time. So thank you so much. Continue to love. Love is the answer. Peace. Be blessed. Bye bye.